I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to Ozark City Hall. We're glad you're here for the Board of Aldermen meeting and engaging with your elected officials. Listening to perspectives of city residents, business owners, and other community members helps our elected leaders make more informed decisions. Before the meeting begins, let's review our rules of order. These ensure the meeting is orderly and efficient while allowing everyone who would like to speak an opportunity to do so. There are two opportunities for you to speak: during the agenda's scheduled visitor and guest portion of the meeting and during public discussion of new bills and resolutions. During the agenda's scheduled visitor and guest portion, anyone who signed up at the city clerk's office before 5 p.m. the Wednesday before the meeting can speak to aldermen about the topic they specified. Now, in the public discussion of new bills and resolutions, that allows you to give comments for aldermen to consider before they make a decision. The consent agenda bills are not open to comment. If you want to speak about an item on the consent agenda, you must sign up by noon the Friday before the meeting. You can do that by contacting the city clerk in writing or fill out a card in the council chambers before the meeting starts. Write down the specific bill and give the card to the city clerk before the consent agenda is set. That bill will then go to a first reading, which is open to public discussion, and anyone may speak about it. Anytime anyone is speaking, the following rules apply. First, only one person should speak at a time. Please be respectful of the person speaking and hold your comments until it's your turn. Second, anyone speaking must do so from the podium and speak into the microphone. Third, you must first provide your name and address in writing to the city clerk before beginning your comments. These forms are provided near the entrance. You also must state your name and address to the Board of Aldermen using the podium microphone. Fourth, all comments should be addressed to the mayor and aldermen. Finally, all speakers have 5 minutes to make their comments. The mayor or alderman may have additional questions for speakers after their 5-minute time limit. Occasionally, the board will invite someone to make a presentation at the meeting. This is only to give information to the board about a specific topic. These presenters will have no time limit on giving their information. This meeting will be live streamed and recorded with video and audio unless there are technical difficulties. The use of cell phones or other devices is discouraged during the meeting. Please silence your phones right now. Again, thank you for being here and engaging with the City of Ozark. The meeting will begin shortly.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Alderman Aiken.
Here.
Alderman Campbell.
Here.
Alderman Galloway is absent. Alderman Hutchinson.
Here.
Alderman Metcalf.
Here.
Alderman Snyder.
Here.
We have 5 aldermen present. We have a quorum.
Okay, thank you very much. We have 2 sets of minutes we're going to be looking at tonight, the November 17th and the November 20th. We'll first look at the regular session November 17th minutes. Any questions regarding these minutes? Yes, I realize you
Abstain. Yes.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Was that on the November 17th or 20th?
This is the regular session, the first
Okay.
one. That you was in, yeah, Alderman Snyder had missed that one. Yeah. Any questions about these? If not, entertain a motion.
Motion to approve November 17th regular session minutes.
Second.
Okay. Okay. The motion is that we approve the November 17th as printed, the 2025 regular session minutes made by Alderman, first by Alderman Aiken. It was second by Alderman Metcalf. All in favor of voting with the motion to approve these minutes, do so show of hands. And sustaining by Alderman Snyder. Now we'll look at the second set of minutes. This is the November 20th, the non-legislative work session. Any questions regarding these minutes? Yes, ma'am.
Just a minor correction, but important to historic preservation is on the second sentence under the CDBG Downtown Revitalization Program. It says that I gave a history of the collapse of the historic building. I gave a history of the collapse of a wall resulting in the demolition of the building. So,
Say that again, please.
yes, I gave the history of the collapse of a wall, which resulted in the demolition of the building.
Thank you. I will make that correction.
And the next sentence, the property owner was able to apply for a grant for some assistance. I didn't say that.
Okay, do you have those as,
I do.
okay. Anything else, Ms. Alden Hutchinson? Okay. Okay. Noted, we're going to have the minutes with the corrections. Any more questions about the minutes? If not, entertain motion as to approve with corrections.
Motion to approve November 20 non-legislative minutes as amended.
Second.
Okay, the motion is that we approve the November 20th, 25 non-legislative work session as amended. That motion was made by Alderman Aiken, is seconded by Alderman Metcalf. All in favor of voting on the motion to approve these minutes, do so with show of hands. And we have one abstaining, Alderman Campbell, as noted. There's no ceremonial matter, but we do have tonight one scheduled guest, and we'll recognize now Buddy Huggins to the mic, sir.
Hello, everybody. My name is Buddy Huggins. I'm a YouTuber. I make YouTube videos, and I got stuff in front of me that I can't read and can't see, but that's okay. We're going to keep talking anyway. It is amazing how you can come into a scene like this and just know you're not welcome, and you get nervous. But I want to thank the chief and the city for answering the sunshine request the same day that I wrote it. That's wonderful, and I really, really appreciate that. Now, asking, I simply asked it for every flock camera having taken Missouri Don't Tread on Me plates since the year 2024, January of that year, actually. And let's come down here. That means not one of these plates ever triggered an alert or investigation. That's real good news, if it's true. Now, when I say if it's true, that does not mean I think the chief lied or is telling a lie. I think there's some things about that technology he don't know, and I don't know, and y'all don't know. That's why I'm standing here. We all gonna get to know this piece of equipment real good, flocking good, because it's important. The patent is a patent number, 11,416,545. Have y'all looked it up? Has anybody looked it up? Okay, I don't see no hands. We move on. Are you gonna look it up? It classifies license plates, and it classifies people in the car by race, gender, clothes you're wearing, and your height and your weight. Now, is that data, it's AI data, if that's never been on the record or recorded, does that mean that the AI data is not available for me to see it or any other person that requests us to see it? The law says we have the right to see it. Well, at this point, I can't invite nobody to come up and take my time. Let me just look behind me just a second. That's kind of rude. Where's the camera? Right there. All right. I hope y'all recording. I can't invite none of y'all to come up and talk because I'd be out of
Point.
Yeah,
He needs to address
Address
the
us.
board, not
Yes.
the audience.
thank you, Alderman Campbell. Yes, you're supposed to be addressing us.
Okay, I got 2 minutes left. All right. Let me see what we can talk about. It's dangerous to just give me a blank slate. Let me look at this and see if I can say something good. The reason that we need to know about flock cameras is y'all voted on it. Only one person that I know asked a good question about it. Like in the future, if it gets taken down, do we get our money back? No. You signed a contract. I think the contract's for 6 years. It's $120,000 and it's accumulated because it's like you bought the internet. Oh, but you don't get to actually see the internet because the data is only used for certain reasons and certain occasions, but it's taking it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's sending it up to the cloud. It knows who's in my car, why they're in my car. It can't guess it. It just has to see if they're fat or skinny or what clothes they're wearing. I don't know if that scares y'all, but it scares the heck out of me, because anytime we give our rights away, next thing they're going to do is they're going to come and take us out of our houses and tell us that we got to go to a camp. And then they're going to put a tattoo on us. And it don't matter if we're rich, poor, or like me, kind of dyslexic and can't talk or read or write. But I can make videos, buddyhuggins.com. All this information is on there, and it's very eloquently put together. For some reason, I can do that when I'm not trying to deliver a speech that makes sense or doesn't make sense. So I request all of y'all go study this thing real deep, because I'm coming back, and I'm coming back, and I'm coming back. We're going to get past this by knowing the truth about what it is.
Okay.
Thank y'all for letting me run over time, but I appreciate all of y'all.
Okay.
I really do. You got a tough job.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Mr. Mayor, I have a question for Mr. Huggins,
Okay.
if it's
Yes, sir.
permissible.
Yes.
Mr. Huggins?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Huggins, are you familiar with an incident that occurred on February 18th of 2014 in Springfield, Missouri?
Are you familiar with the incident that recorded
I've just asked a question. Are you familiar with an
November
incident?
the 19th? Her name was Summers. She was a bail's bond. Are you
No.
familiar with that case?
No, I asked you a question, okay? I'm
Go ahead and tell me,
being
give me the
respectful.
numbers again. It's
Okay, it's February 18th, 2014. Are you familiar with that date in Springfield history?
2014.
Yes, sir.
Are you familiar that there's over 30,000 missing children right now, and
Okay.
Flock ain't finding them?
I appreciate you saying that, because had we had a system like Flock in place, I'm a retired police officer, Mr. Huggins,
I'm retired correction
served
officer.
28 years. Had we had that system in place, we could have saved a 10-year-old girl by the name of Haley Owen. She lost her life. She was kidnapped and she was brutally murdered in a basement. Had we had that particular technology, we may have prevented it. Now, my question to you, would you like for me to exhaust every resource that I have to save a member of your family? Would that be something you would like for me to do?
This is such a good question you're asking.
Yes, sir, it is.
I
That's
want
why I'm
to give you
asking
a
you.
real valuable personal answer. God says it rains on the just and the unjust.
But would you like for me to exhaust every known resource I could to bring justice to your family?
But that's no reason for Flock camera systems to be selling our data to God knows who. It's telling you it's the mark of the beast, and you're going to take it back
Okay,
to
I appreciate your time, Mr.
2014,
Huggins. Thank you
and
very
I'll
much.
take it right back to Susan, that Summers girl. She didn't deserve to die that day. That young girl didn't deserve to die that day. But we can't give our rights away. We
Appreciate
can't
that.
have a system that's out of control. And you think it's out of control now with me talking? You wait and see what they got planned for us.
Well,
It's
thank you,
not
sir.
good.
Thank you for your time. Okay. As we look at our agenda, we have one item on the consent agenda tonight. And City Clerk, has anyone signed up to speak on Bill 3716 on the consent agenda?
No, no one has
Okay.
signed up.
Okay. Are there any two aldermen here tonight who wish for Bill 3716 to be removed from the consent agenda and be put to first reading? Okay, I'm not seeing any. Okay. So therefore, I need a motion and a second to set the consent agenda.
So moved.
Okay. Is there a second? Okay.
Second.
Okay, I'm just going to say, okay. Therefore, Alderman Galloway made the motion, and second by Alderman Hutcherson. All in favor to set the consent agenda, do so with a raised hand. Is anyone opposed? No, it carries. Okay. Okay. Now we need a motion and a second to read the consent agenda, Bill 3716 by title twice. Is there a motion?
Your Honor, I move that we read Bill number 3716 twice by title only.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. Therefore, the motion made by Alderman Galloway, second by Alderman Hutchinson, is to read the Bill 3716 on the consent agenda by title twice. If all in favor, do so with a raised hand. And that does carry.
An ordinance of the City of Ozark, Missouri, authorizing the city to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the Missouri State Highway Patrol for participation in the United States Drug Enforcement Administration's High-Intensity Drug Trafficking Area Task Force. And again, an ordinance of the City of Ozark, Missouri, authorizing the city to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the Missouri State Highway Patrol for participation in the United States Drug Enforcement Administration's High-Intensity Drug Trafficking Area Task Force.
Okay. Now we need a motion and a second to approve Bill 3716 on the consent agenda to become ordinance 25-079. Is there a motion?
Yes, so moved.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. Okay, so the motion is that we enact Bill 3716 to become ordinance 25-079. That motion was made by Alderman Galloway, second by Alderman Aiken. Roll call, please.
Alderman Aiken.
Aye.
Alderman Hutchinson.
Aye.
Alderman Campbell.
Aye.
Alderman Snyder.
Aye.
Alderman Galloway.
Aye.
Alderman Metcalf.
Aye.
We have 6 aye votes. Motion carries.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we're going to go to second readings, which we have a slew of tonight, as you can tell. We're going to begin, though, with Bill number 3703.
Yes, Your Honor. I move that we place Bill number 3703 on its second reading by title and brief description only.
Second.
Okay. The motion is that we place Bill number 3703 on a second reading by title only. That motion was made by Alderman Metcalf. It was seconded by Alderman Campbell. All in favor of voting on the motion to discuss Bill 3703, do so for show of hands. And that does carry.
An ordinance amending the corporate boundaries of the City of Ozark, Missouri by annexing an approximately 3-acre parcel of real property located at the southwest corner of the intersection of East Country Crest Road and North 14th Avenue.
Okay, at this time, we recognize our Community Director, Randall Whitman, for any comments.
Good evening. I don't have anything to add to the presentation we made on November 17th for this particular.
Okay.
I don't know, I'll answer any questions that.
Okay, Alderman Galloway, you have a question?
No. Oh, sorry.
Okay, any questions from the board? Just make sure about this bill. Okay, no, I think we're good. Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, I make a motion that we adopt Bill number 3703 as ordinance number 25-080.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, the motion is that we adopt Bill 3703 to become ordinance 25-080. That motion was made by Alderman Metcalf. It was seconded by Alderman Campbell. Roll call, please.
Alderman Snyder.
Aye.
Alderman Aiken.
Aye.
Alderman Galloway.
Aye.
Alderman Metcalf.
Aye.
Alderman Campbell.
Aye.
Alderman Hutchinson.
Aye.
We have 6 aye votes. Motion carries.
Okay, now we'll draw attention to Bill number 3704.
Yes, Your Honor, I move that we place Bill number 3704 on its second reading by title and brief description only.
And we have a second.
Second.
Okay, the motion is that we place Bill number 3704 on second reading by title only. That motion was made by Alderman Metcalf. It was seconded by Alderman Aiken. All in favor on the motion to discuss Bill 3704, do so by show of hands. And that does carry.
An ordinance amending the corporate boundaries of the City of Ozark, Missouri by annexing an approximately 16.74-acre parcel of real property located at 6201 North Farmer Branch Road an approximately 1.15 acre parcel of real property located just south of 6201 North Farmer Branch Road, and an approximately 11.3 acre parcel of real property located in the 1700 block of West Hilltop Road.
Okay, welcome back, Director Randall.
I do have one additional piece of information to share on this. This is an annexation of these three parcels, the 11.31 acre parcel, 16.74 acres, and then there's a easement on the south side, the 1.15. So this petition would propose to annex all three parcels. As part of our presentation, we talked about the future zoning and three additional zoning requests that would follow this. The applicant has requested to withdraw their zoning application for the 16.74 acre. So tonight, the next two agenda items will just be for that 11.31 and the 1.15 acres. So I'll be stepping back up here to say the same thing again on the next two agenda items, but I wanted to be clear about that. But I'll be answering any other questions that you have.
Okay, any questions from the board regarding this change? Yes, Alderman Hutchinson.
So that acreage, the 16.75, that will remain agricultural?
Yes, it will remain that until such a time as they make an application to change the zoning to. I think their desire is to pursue C2 on the majority of it. There will be an exception to that where they'll pursue R4 for just the place where they're building the student housing.
Thank you.
I think it's approximately 3 acres. So
Yes. Okay, Alderman Campbell, you're next, sir.
And was that bill number, I guess I can ask this during this process, was that bill number 3705 that was withdrawn?
Yes,
Okay.
that's why we don't have that number here. Yes, sir.
Okay.
You are correct. Okay, I think we're good. Thank you, sir. Okay.
Okay, Your Honor, I make a motion that we adopt bill number 3704 as ordinance number 25-081.
And do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, the motion is that we adopt Bill 3704 to become ordinance 25-081. That motion was made by Alderman Metcalf. It was seconded by Alderman Campbell. Roll call, please.
Alderman Galloway,
Aye.
Alderman Hutchinson,
Aye.
Alderman Metcalf,
Aye.
Alderman Campbell,
Aye.
Alderman Snyder,
Aye.
Alderman Aiken.
Aye.
We have 6 aye votes, motion carries.
Thank you very much. Now we'll draw attention to Bill number 3706.
Yes, Your Honor, I move that we place bill number 3706 on its second reading by title and brief description only.
Do we have a second?
Second.
The motion is that we place Bill number 3706 on the second reading by title only. That motion was made by Alderman Metcalf. It was seconded by Alderman Aiken. All in favor on the motion to discuss Bill number 3706, do so by show of hands. And that does carry.
An ordinance of the City of Ozark, Missouri, amending the zoning code and official map by changing the zoning classification of certain real property located in the 1700 block of West Hilltop Road.
Okay, welcome back, Director Randall Whitman.
as I said, this is the rezoning that pairs with the annexation we just heard. This would be for the 11-acre parcel that they were requesting to rezone from agriculture to C2.
And this was like currently like a parking lot already for them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions for our director?
There you go.
Okay. I'm not seeing, sir. Thank you.
Your Honor, I make a motion that we adopt bill number 3706 as ordinance number 25-082.
Do we have a second?
Second.
The motion is that we adopt bill number 3706 to become ordinance 25-082. That motion was made by Alderman Metcalf. It was seconded by Alderman Campbell. Roll call, please.
Alderman Campbell,
Aye.
Alderman Aiken,
Aye.
Alderman Metcalf,
Aye.
Alderman Hutchinson,
Aye.
Alderman Snyder,
Aye.
Alderman Galloway.
Aye.
We have 6 aye votes, motion carries.
Thank you. Now let's draw attention to bill number 3707.
Your Honor, I make a motion that we adopt bill number, not adopt, I want to place bill number 3707 on its second reading by title and brief description only.
And do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the motion is that we place bill number 3707 on second reading by title only. That motion is made by Alderman Metcalf, is seconded by Alderman Snyder. All in favor of voting on the motion to discuss bill 3707, do so by show of hands. And that does carry.
An ordinance of the City of Ozark, Missouri, amending the zoning code and official map by changing the zoning classification of approximately 1.15 acre tract bordered to the north by 6201 North Farmer Branch Road.
Okay. And once again, Director Randall.
Very similar statement. This is the rezoning of that smaller, narrow piece of property on the south side of the property, which is basically a driveway or access easement. In this case, their application is to change it from agriculture to R4, high-density multifamily.
Because basically it's a road right now
That's correct. Yes, sir.
on private property. Okay. Any questions? Yes, Alderman Campbell?
I may be unclear on this, but it says bordered to the north by 6201 North Farmer Branch Road. Should that be bordered to the east or northeast? I know Farmer Branch Road is a north-south road. Is that maybe?
You could be correct. I think it's kind of to the east, I would say, but it is northeast.
I just
Yes.
saw that, yeah.
Yeah, the 11 acres is definitely to the north of Hilltop, so, yeah. It may have been better described to say to the east,
Okay.
but it is that narrow strip there that's 1.1 acres, yes.
I don't know that has substance to it.
Is this something we need to clarify?
The legal description is really what describes and determines the property's geography, so,
Okay. So this won't affect anything 5 years from now?
no, sir, I don't believe
Okay.
so.
I'd say as long as the legal description is proper, we're okay.
Okay, thank you for that point, though. Okay. Okay, any other questions for our director? Okay,
Yes, Your Honor, I make a motion that we adopt bill number 3707 as ordinance number 25-083.
we have a second by,
Second.
the motion is that we adopt bill number 3707, become an ordinance -25-083. That motion was made by Alderman Metcalf, it was seconded by Alderman Campbell. Roll call, please.
Alderman Metcalf,
Aye.
Alderman Snyder,
Aye.
Alderman Hutchinson.
Aye.
Alderman Galloway,
Aye.
Alderman Aiken,
Aye.
Alderman Campbell.
Aye.
We have 6 aye votes, motion carries.
Okay, thank you. Now we'll draw to bill number 3708.
Your Honor, I move that we place bill number 3708 on its second reading by title and brief description only.
Seconded by,
Second.
okay. The motion is that we place bill number 3708 on second reading by title and description only. That motion was made by Alderman Metcalf, it was seconded by Alderman Hutchinson. All in favor of voting on the motion to discuss bill 3708, do so by show of hands. And it does carry.
An ordinance amending the municipal code of the City of Ozark, Missouri, Chapter 405, zoning regulations by adopting one new section, Section 405-430, Downtown Single Family Overlay District.
Okay. And we'll welcome back Director Randall.
I have nothing to add. This was presented at a non-legislative meeting in November. We presented it on November 17th. This agenda item and the next one kind of go parallel. One will remove this section of the codes, and we'll adopt a revised section along with some changes to the boundaries of the overlay district, but they go parallel together.
But this one's adopting the new code.
That's right. The next agenda item will remove the old section. So they very well could have been interchangeable in terms of their placement on the agenda, but for a few minutes here, we'll have two ordinances that conflict, so.
Any questions for our director regarding this bill? Okay. Thank you. I'm not seeing any.
Okay, Your Honor, I make a motion that we adopt Bill number 3708 as ordinance number 25-083.
No, that should be
Or
8-4.
8-4.
Yeah. Now, there's a lot tonight. Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. The motion is that we adopt Bill 3708 to become ordinance 25-084. That motion was made by Alderman Metcalf. It was seconded by Alderman Hutchinson. Roll call, please.
Alderman Hutchinson,
Aye.
Alderman Galloway,
Aye.
Alderman Aiken,
Aye.
Alderman Campbell,
Aye.
Alderman Snyder,
Aye.
Alderman Metcalf.
Aye.
We have 6 aye votes, motion carries.
Thank you very much. Now we're going to have Bill number 3709 that deals with the removing.
Yes, Your Honor, I move that we place Bill number 3709 on its second reading by title and brief description only.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. The motion is that we place Bill number 3709 on second reading by title and description only. That motion was made by Alderman Metcalf. That is seconded by Alderman Hutchinson. All in favor on the motion to discuss Bill 3709, do so by show of hands. And that does carry.
An ordinance amending the municipal code of the city of Ozark, Missouri, chapter 405 zoning regulations, section 405-420, to remove regulations related to the downtown single-family overlay district.
Okay. And yes, sir.
This is the last time I'll make an appearance. I don't have anything to add, previous comments, or stand for this agenda item as well.
Yes, Alderman Hutchinson. Oh. Anyone? Okay. No, I think we're good. Okay, yes, sir. Oh,
I have not a question, I have a comment.
okay.
Not directed at the director. I will be abstaining from this vote as it affects property that I have an interest in.
Okay, understand.
Your Honor, I make a motion that we adopt Bill number 3709 as ordinance number 25-085.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. The motion is that we adopt Bill 3709 to become ordinance 25-085. That motion was made by Alderman Metcalf. It was seconded by Alderman Hutchinson. Roll call, please.
Alderman Aiken,
Aye.
Alderman Snyder,
Aye.
Alderman Campbell,
Aye.
Alderman Hutchinson.
Aye.
Is that a nay? Aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay, thank you.
Oh,
Alderman Galloway,
Abstain.
Alderman Metcalf.
Aye.
We have 5 aye votes, 1 abstain, motion carries.
thank you. Now we'll look at Bill number 3710.
Your Honor, I move that we place Bill number 3710 on a second reading by title only.
Second.
Okay. The motion is that we place Bill number 3710 on second reading by title only. That motion was made by Alderman Galloway, second by Alderman Campbell. All in favor of voting on the motion to discuss Bill 3710, do so by show of hands. And that does carry.
An ordinance approving the petition to amend boundaries by adding property to the Ozark Marketplace Community Improvement District, making findings and authorizing actions related to the district.
Okay. And my understanding that the outside counsel, Sarah Granat, is by Zoom.
Good evening, Mayor and Aldermen. Sarah Gnath with Gilmore and Bell. Sorry I could not be there in person. We had a little bit of snow up here in Kansas City, so did not want to get on the road. But before you tonight is obviously the second reading, adding property to the Ozark Marketplace CID. We've had several discussions about this, so I will not go in depth, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Okay. Do we have questions for Sarah? Okay. Okay. I'm not seeing any. Thank you.
Your Honor, I move that we enact Bill number 3710 as ordinance number 25-086.
Second.
Okay, the motion is that we enact Bill 3710 to become ordinance 25-086. That motion was made by Alderman Galloway, is seconded by Alderman Campbell. Roll call, please.
Alderman Snyder,
Nay.
Alderman Campbell,
Aye.
Alderman Metcalf,
Aye.
Alderman Galloway,
Aye.
Alderman Hutchinson,
Aye.
Alderman Aiken.
Aye.
We have 5 aye votes, 1 nay, motion carries.
Thank you. Now we'll draw attention to Bill number 3711.
Your Honor, I move that we place Bill number 3711 on a second reading by title only.
Second.
I'm sorry, was it, Alderman Campbell? Okay, I'm sorry. For some reason, I was thinking thank you. I think Alderman Aiken, okay. Okay, the motion is that we place on second reading by title only, Bill number 3711. That motion was made by Alderman Galloway. It was seconded by Alderman Campbell. All in favor of voting on the motion to discuss Bill 3711, do so by show of hands. And that does carry.
An ordinance approving the execution of the First Amendment to the Cooperative Agreement with Missouri Commercial Development, LLC, in the Ozark Marketplace Community Improvement District.
Okay, and we'll welcome back outside counsel, Sarah Renat.
Good evening. This is second reading for the ordinance that approves an amendment to the cooperative agreement, just outlining the changes that were approved in the petition, and happy to answer any questions on it.
Okay. Do we have any questions for outside counsel? Yes, Alderman Snyder.
Yes, ma'am. Can you recap the reasoning for this again, please?
Yeah, for specifically the agreement amendment or kind of the overall scheme of what we're doing.
Just an overall, if I could, please.
Yeah. So the petition and then this cooperative agreement add a little less than an acre of property. It's the right of way that's owned by the developer to the CID, and that is so that the CID revenues can be used to reimburse developer for the addition of a right turn lane and the kind of included movement of utilities and items that come along with adding that turn lane.
Yes, sir.
I'd follow up. In reference to the previous meeting, I believe the minutes reflected that there was the reason for this is because there was some rock that they unexpectedly run across for the right of way to make that happen. Is that still correct? Or did I read that wrong?
Two issues there, I believe, and I believe that Brett may be in the audience there to speak to this as well. The addition of the right turn lane costs would have to do more with the relocation of utilities. Believe that there is the rock comment relates to also the addition of some additional costs in the budget for the amended cooperative agreement. And this just kind of aligns the estimates with reality because they did find additional rock in the original district boundaries. But Brett may be able to further clarify.
Do you want to expound more on that, sir? Okay.
Please.
When the amendment to the.
Oh, you need to state.
Oh, I apologize. Brett Roball, 4640 Stonebrook Court, Springfield, Missouri.
Thank you.
My apologies. The amendment to the cooperative agreement, which we're doing here, the base reason for us doing this is to align the legal description of the entirety of the CID with the addition of the west half of 17th Street that was just approved to be added to the CID in the previous bill. When we did that and talking with council, we decided that it would be best to update the budgets to reflect more of actual since this was enacted. And part of that was to update, I think it was the utilities line item cost because we ran into a lot of rock, Waverly and North as we laid in storm, sewer, water, and the road.
So please correct me if I'm wrong, because there was an error with some of the designing and you run across the rock. That cost is now going to go back to the people that shop there. Is that correct?
The rock has nothing to do with the corner of 17th and South Street, which is where we ran into the design issue that we talked about a month ago. Those are separate issues. And so when we put together the budget, I'm going to treat these separately, okay? So I'm going to talk about the rock and I'm going to talk about the corner. So when we put our utility line items in there, we originally didn't find any rock when they poked a few holes around, kind of geotech looking around. So there's like $50,000 in the budget for rock. Obviously that conflicted with actual. Once we started digging, there's about $750,000 worth of rock that we had to remove. So that was, again, Waverly and North. So that's what reflected that increase in that budget line item. Okay. Separately, on the 17th and South Street intersection, that's where I was explaining about a month ago, I think it was two meetings ago, that we ran into a design issue where actual construction ran into a design where the right-hand turn lane, as the easy right-hand turn lane, I'll call it, ran into the traffic light, and we had to redo everything in that corner. That is adding to the cost as well. And ultimately, we as the developer pay for all this work. And then there's a 1 cent, there's a 1 cent sales tax that will be added to the overall sales tax structure there in that development. And that will be eligible to be reimbursed as it's collected through the normal sales tax proceeds. And yes, ultimately that will be paid by the shoppers who shop in that district as part of the sales tax.
Do you think that's fair?
Yes, these are public improvements. You know, these economic development tools were written into state legislature decades and decades and decades ago as a way to encourage development. And this particular property has been sitting here right in the heart of a retail area that's never been developed. And these are ways that are on the books for municipalities, taxing jurisdictions, and developers to get together in order to turn something that is not an economically producing piece of land into an economically producing land that'll benefit the citizens of Ozark and the surrounding communities. And so, yes, I do think it's fair overall.
Okay, I appreciate that. It just looks like the burden for the project is being left on the taxpayer. That's the way it looks to me.
I understand, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the board? Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions for outside counsel? Yes, Alderman Campbell.
I understand where Alderman Snyder's coming from, but it is common in construction for a contractor or subcontractor, even a developer, to recover costs for additional unexpected work, I'll say. But I do understand where Alderman Snyder's coming from for sure. Don't agree with him, but I do understand.
Thank you, sir. Yes, ma'am.
We still all have the choice of where we shop. So it's not like it's levied against our homes. We can choose to shop there, we can choose not to shop there, knowing that they'll have as a 1 cent extra tax. So it's a choice that we're offering people, is the way I look at it.
Okay. Any other comments from anyone else? Okay, not seeing any. Okay.
Your Honor, I move that we enact Bill number 3711 as ordinance number 25-087.
Second.
Okay. The motion is that we enact Bill 3711 to become ordinance 25-087. That motion was made by Alderman Galloway. It was seconded by Alderman Campbell. Roll call, please.
Alderman Galloway,
Aye.
Alderman Aiken,
Aye.
Alderman Metcalf,
Aye.
Alderman Campbell,
Aye.
Alderman Snyder,
Nay.
Alderman Hutchinson.
Aye.
We have 5 aye votes, 1 nay vote. Motion carries.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we'll look at bill number 3712.
Yes, Your Honor, I'd move that we place Bill 3712 on second reading by title only.
Do we have a second?
Second.
The motion is to place bill number 3712 on second reading by title only. That motion was made by Alderman Aiken. It was seconded by Alderman Campbell. All in favor of voting on the motion to discuss bill 3712, do so by show of hands. And that does carry.
An ordinance of the City of Ozark, Missouri, establishing sewer connection fees.
Okay, now we're going to recognize our Public Works Director, Jeremy Parson.
All right, good evening. I have nothing new to add. I will take any questions if you'd like. Again, this is just a 3.5% increase to keep up with inflation in operating and maintenance costs for our connection fees. So,
Okay. Any questions for our director? Okay, thank you. Alderman Aiken.
Motion to adopt Bill 3712 as ordinance 25-088.
And there's a second?
Second.
Okay, the motion is that we adopt bill number 3712 to become ordinance 25-088. That motion was made by Alderman Aiken. It was seconded by Alderman Hutchinson. Roll call, please.
Alderman Hutchinson.
Aye.
Alderman Campbell.
Aye.
Alderman Galloway.
Aye.
Alderman Metcalf.
Aye.
Alderman Aiken.
Aye.
Alderman Snyder.
Nay.
We have 5 aye votes, 1 nay. Motion carries.
Okay, now we'll look at bill number 3713. That's you.
Is that me?
Yes.
Your Honor, I move that we place bill number 3713 on its second reading by title only.
Is there a second?
Second.
The motion is to replace bill number 3713 on second reading by title only. That motion was made by Alderman Galloway. It was seconded by Alderman Campbell. All in favor of voting on the motion to discuss bill 3713, do so by show of hands. And that does carry.
An ordinance of the City of Ozark, Missouri, amending the budget for fiscal year 2025.
Okay. We now recognize Financial Director Mary Edna Wilson.
I don't have anything to add to the amendments, but I'd be happy to try and answer any questions.
Okay. Any question regarding the budget amendments? Okay, I think we're good. Thank you.
Your Honor, I move that we enact bill number 3713 is ordinance number 25-089.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, the motion is that we enact Bill 3713 to become ordinance 25-089. That motion is made by Alderman Galloway. It is seconded by Alderman Aiken. Roll call, please.
Alderman Metcalf.
Aye.
Alderman Snyder.
Aye.
Alderman Hutchinson.
Nay.
Alderman Galloway.
Aye.
Alderman Aiken.
Aye.
Alderman Campbell.
Aye.
We have 6 aye votes. Motion carries.
Okay, now we'll draw attention to bill number 3714.
Your Honor, I move that we place bill number 3714 on a second reading by title only.
And do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, the motion is we place bill number 3714 on a second reading by title only. That motion was made by Alderman Galloway. It was seconded by Alderman Aiken. All in favor of voting on the motion to discuss bill 3714, do so by show of hands. Okay, any opposed? Okay, okay. It does carry though. So
An ordinance of the City of Ozark, Missouri, adopting the 2026 Capital Improvement Plan.
At this time, we recognize our Assistant City Administrator, Cameron Smith.
Yes, I'd be happy to answer any questions. And in your honor, if this bill does get approved this evening, we will plan to bring printed copies of this to all the board at the next meeting.
Okay. Any questions for Assistant City Administrator? Okay, I'm not seeing any, so.
Your Honor, I move that we enact Bill number 3714 as ordinance number 25-090.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay. The motion is that we enact Bill 3714 to become ordinance 25-090. That motion was made by Alderman Galloway, second by Alderman Snyder. Roll call, please.
Alderman Campbell,
Nay.
Alderman Hutchinson,
Aye.
Alderman Aiken,
Aye.
Alderman Metcalf,
Aye.
Alderman Snyder,
Aye.
Alderman Galloway.
Aye.
We have 5 aye votes, 1 nay, motion carries.
Okay, now we'll move to Bill number 3715.
Your Honor, I move that we place Bill number 3715 on its second reading by title only.
Is there a second?
Second.
The motion is to place Bill number 3715 on the second reading by title only. That motion was made by Alderman Galloway, second by Alderman Snyder. All in favor of voting on the motion to discuss Bill 3715, do so by show of hands. And that does carry.
An ordinance of the City of Ozark, Missouri, adopting a budget for the 2026 fiscal year.
Okay. At this time, we'll recognize our City Administrator, Eric Johnson.
Yes, Your Honor, this bill before you tonight was discussed and presented to you at the November 17th board meeting, and it was also discussed in great detail at the non-legislative work session on the 20th. This document before you tonight is consistent with those presentations. I'd stand for any questions that you might have.
Okay. Any questions from the board regarding our budget? Yes, Alderman Aiken.
The budget, this is just a comment. It contains the reallocation of a significant portion of the capital improvement fund toward the design and construction of the new police building that was voted on by a majority of the board a couple months ago. I cited my reservations on that date. I won't reiterate them, but I think the budget process has only accentuated those concerns, I'll say. Looking forward, we just think we were slammed in the face this year with the reality that we are faced with static revenue, increased expenses. It feels a bit like we're offering these aggressive economic incentive packages just to stay in place, not to in fact grow the tax base. However, that was an item that was approved by the majority of the board. It's reflected in the budget. It's really my only concern with the budget. I wanted to reemphasize that, but I am comfortable otherwise moving forward with the budget.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
I have some of the same reservations that we are paying about 10% of this budget from the reserves. And we haven't really had any crisis happen, anything out of the ordinary. It's just our income is static or decreasing. And I don't feel like it's responsible fiscally to go ahead and do some of the spending we're doing when we're having to spend out of the reserves.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else from the board? Okay, I'm not seeing any.
Your Honor, I move that we enact Bill number 3715 as ordinance number 25-091.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, the motion is that we enact Bill number 3715 to become ordinance 25-091. That motion was made by Alderman Galloway. It was seconded by Alderman Snyder. Roll call, please.
Alderman Snyder,
Aye.
Alderman Galloway,
Aye.
Alderman Campbell,
Nay.
Alderman Hutchinson,
Nay.
Alderman Aiken,
Aye.
Alderman Metcalf.
Aye.
We have 4 aye votes, 2 nay. Motion carries.
Thank you very much. There's no first, as for first reading, there's no new bills, and although we do have a resolution that we need to now look attention to. That's Resolution 2033.
Your Honor, I move that we read Resolution 2033 by title only.
Is there a second?
Second.
The motion is that we read Resolution 2033 by title only. That motion was made by Alderman Aiken. It was seconded by Alderman Campbell. All in favor of voting on the motion to read Resolution 2033, do so by show of hands. And that does carry.
A resolution by the Board of Aldermen of the City of Ozark, Missouri, authorizing the city to apply for funding through the fiscal year 2025 United States Economic Development Administration Supplemental Grant Program.
We're going to welcome now our Public Work Director again, Jeffrey Parson, to explain.
All right, good evening again. I'll make this short, but this is another opportunity for us to potentially go after some funding. As you all know, through our master planning efforts, we have multiple projects that we've identified. Am I doing this wrong? I'm just hitting the neck. There we go. Okay. We continue to see a lot of growth, especially north of the Finley River. This opportunity presented itself via the American Relief Act. They appropriated about almost $1.5 billion. And this was for a disaster declaration. And I will say out front, this is a large bill that encompasses a lot of the nation. Everywhere from the devastating fires in Hawaii to the floods over in the North Carolina area and the Carolina areas, I should say. So when we were notified that we were eligible based upon the disaster, we worked with our partners at SimCog to quickly put together a grant application. This is part of that grant application. What you're essentially doing tonight is just giving the nod to moving forward with this grant application. All of the projects identified in this grant application were identified through our master planning efforts. So you all have seen those projects come to you. They will also be included, well, they are included in the CIP, as well as the upcoming rate study that we'll be doing. To me, this is just an opportunity to address some of our major concerns and do it for pennies on the dollar. Again, I don't know. We've had such good luck with grants. I'm hoping, knock on wood, that this one is successful as well. But we identified about $4.7 million worth of resiliency. And that resiliency is due to basically our topography and the damaging flash flooding that we have in this area. And that also accounts for the Finley River and preserving that as a natural asset to this area. So these resiliency efforts would go into protecting our watersheds and the Finley River. Some of these are upstream, but everything that goes upstream ends up downstream. So we're focusing on those. But just some really good projects that we would be tackling in the next few years. And again, in this case, we'd be looking at about $4.7 million worth of improvements over the next 3 years, with a match of about $946 million, or not, that wouldn't be a good deal, $946,000. So great opportunity. One of those things that we couldn't pass up. If you all give us the nod, we'll keep working hard on this.
So this is basically just approving to do the grant.
That's correct. That's correct. We'll continue to work with SimCog. We've got some time. As you know, the federal government's been shut down for a little bit. The applications aren't due until April. They may extend those, but this is a big application and a big ask. It's a long narrative, so we'll be putting some serious time into this. But I think it's well worth the effort. $4.7 million worth of improvements for $946,000. That's the type of money we like.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it a reimbursable grant?
Yes. Yeah. So we have to budget for it accordingly, but as we spend those dollars, we get 80% back on every dollar we spend.
How many years is it? Through 28?
Yeah, we'd be looking at least 3 years. You can go up to 5 years. We feel like we can accomplish this in 3 years.
So maybe otherwise budget impact for 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions for our director? Yes, Alderman Campbell.
Question, just because I don't know the answer.
Yeah.
Is this in the budget, or do we, if it goes through and we get the grant, do we at that time amend the budget?
So this allocation is in the current 2026 budget that you just passed.
Okay.
It's in a line item by itself for the EDA grant. If we don't get it, obviously nothing's impacted. If we do get it, we will only spend probably $500,000 in this next year, but we put the full 4.7 in there just for budgeting purposes. So yes, it's been approved now that you've gone through that process, and it is in the budget.
So the 4.7 million is in the budget?
In the budget.
As a possible expense, as an expense.
And I will say this as well. The reason it doesn't have such a large impact on the budget is because we can also factor in the revenues from that grant.
Okay.
So you're really looking at a net $946,000 project because we can factor in the revenues on the revenue side as well.
And did we do that in the
Yes.
budget?
Yes.
Okay. I apologize for not knowing.
No, you're fine. And again, even though we had to budget the full amount, I would anticipate the first year would be totally in soft cost and engineering, so we would spend nowhere near that amount. But based upon our advice from finance and legal counsel, we have to put the entire budget in there. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, I knew the deadline. When, if we do award the grant, when between 6, we would find out.
Yes, we're hoping to find out by the end of April, but it may be delayed till May because of the government shutdown.
Okay, any other questions from the board? Okay, thank you. Again, is there anyone here tonight who wishes to speak regarding Resolution 2033 from the floor, wish to speak? Okay, I am not seeing movement, so any final board response? Okay.
Motion to adopt resolution number 2033, Your Honor.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, the motion is in favor of voting to approve resolution 2033. That motion was made by Alderman Aiken. It was seconded by Alderman Galloway. All in favor, do so by show of hands. And it carries. Okay. Reports from my city administrator, Eric Johnson.
Your Honor, I don't have anything to report tonight.
Okay, thank you, sir. Any final comments before we go into closed session from the board? Yes, Hutchison.
I just wanted to clarify that I had my papers mixed up and I did not mean to vote nay on the amending the budget.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Any other comments from the board? Okay. We are going to have a closed session regarding legal issues, so I need a motion to go into closed session.
I'll make that motion and go to closed session.
Second? Okay. The motion is that we go in closed session because of legal issue. That motion was made by Alderman Snyder. It was seconded by Alderman Metcalf. Roll call, please.
Alderman Aiken.
Aye.
Alderman Campbell.
Aye.
Alderman Galloway.
Aye.
Alderman Hutchinson.
Aye.
Alderman Metcalf.
Aye.
Alderman Schneider.
Aye.
We have 6 aye votes. Motion carries.
Okay. We're going to take a 5-minute recess before we go into this closed session.
Before we just.
Before we adjourn, Alderman Aiken saying that it's been snowing.
Yes.
The roads are actually snow on. So
Yeah.
be careful going home.
I didn't hear what did you say?
And is dangerous.
Oh.
Yeah, there's actually snow on the roads, so be careful going home. So. is there a
Don't
motion to
hot
adjourn?
rod on your way home.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Alderman Snyder, second by Alderman Dudley, for adjournment, all in favor, please raise hand. Anyone opposed? Okay, carries.
Okay.
Be careful going home.
Good night.
I want to say.